everyone, and welcome to the program. The Atheist Experience is live, August 15th, 2010. I'm Martin Wagner. Thank you for joining us today. I will be joined momentarily by Russell Glasser. He's on his way. I think he's caught in traffic, but he'll be here. So in the interim, I'm just going to lead in and tell you a little bit about ourselves. This show is sponsored, as always, by Atheist Community of Austin, a nonprofit educational organization promoting positive atheism and the separation of church and state. We have weekly meetings every Sunday at Romeo's. It's a brunch, 11:30 a.m., 1500 Barton Springs Road, except for the first Sunday of each month when we have our lecture series, which is at Austin History Center. And the next lecturer for the first weekend of September, I'm told, is Dr. James D., whom I always enjoy hearing from. So go to the website at atheist-community.org to find out a whole lot more about that. Just information will be posted as we get it in detail, et cetera, et cetera. Let's see, other events coming up. There's a whole flurry of them, and they're just all here laid out in front of me. The Nonprofits. Nonprofits Radio is going to be coming back soon at some point. I know a lot of folks have been missing that. Some of us to, shall we say, fill in the gaps while the whole show has been on hiatus for several months, have done a few Renegade episodes. Russell Glasser did one with Lene. I did one about a month or so ago with my good friends, Gia Grillo, Chris Connor. Hi, guys. And who knows, there may be another one before September rolls around, but as I understand it, the plan is that as soon as Matt gets settled into his new place and things are a little bit less chaotic, there will once again be regular bi-weekly, knock on whatever you knock on, episodes of the Nonprofits for fans of that program who've been missing it. So look forward to more news on that score. The ACA Back Cruise is coming up, I am told. Yes, it's slated for Saturday, September 25th at 6 to 8 p.m. And once again, the website will have information about that. So if you're going to be in Austin, in this area, or you just want to make a special trip down here for that because we are exactly that awesome, we are worth making a special trip for, then pay attention to the website for more details and information about how to book for that and what have you. And there's a Free Thought Convention coming up. Texas Free Thought Convention is hot on the heels of the Back Cruise. That's October 8th through the 10th. And let's see, Happy Hour Dog and Duck, 7 p.m. as always. On Thursdays, after this show, we meet at Threadgill's downtown on Riverside. This is open to all atheists, agnostics, atheist-friendly persons. It's our post-show dinner, where we go and just take a big load off and eat lots of stuff and have social time. And it's we get a pretty good studio audience now every week. We've got some folks here, and they come to dinner after the show with us. It's a great way to meet viewers of the show. So, again, some people have made road trips to Austin just to come and see the show live and go to the post-show dinner. So if you want to do that, that's always open. We welcome people to be part of our studio audience. And then let's see, what else have we? Let's see, the lecture, September, lecture on September 12th, I'm told. Dr. James D. at Austin History Center. Okay. Well, that pretty much does it for the announcements, although you can just, again, check our website, atheist-community.org, for more information about the group. Nonprofitsradio.com is the nonprofits site, obviously, Captain Obvious, and Atheist-Experience.com, the TV show website. Last but not least, atheistexperience.blogspot.com is the unofficial show blog, which has been a bit inactive for a couple of weeks because I think just lots of us have had other things going on in our lives. I'm going to be posting, hopefully, again here very soon in the next week, but August has just been a really busy month. But our readers keep it very busy. We have great readers on the blog, so by all means, become one of them. Okay, well, while I wait for my co-host to arrive, just say a few things about the program, what it's all about if you are catching us for the very first time, which is unlikely. But this is a live call-in television show. We are here every Sunday, 4:30 to 6 p.m. Central Time. We take calls from viewers around the country and around the world. And lately there has been some rethinking of our priorities in terms of how we take the calls. A lot of folks, a lot of our regular viewers have been with us for a long time. Hello, all you maniacs in chat. They complain very bitterly when we get just calls from folks who are fans of the show. They just want to call up, tell us how much they love us and think we're great and all that kind of stuff. Take it as read in advance that we appreciate all of that praise and all the kudos and all the nice things that you have to say about our program. And Understand that what I think makes the program very interesting for most of our viewers, however, is when we get the theists calling up to challenge us, ask us questions, and sometimes it can be really nice, productive discussions. Sometimes you get a little bit of fireworks on the air. But otherwise, if you just want to call us and give us words of support and praise, what have you, our email at tv@atheist-community.org is ideal for that. You don't have to just bog the show down, tie up the phone lines, where someone may be calling with something really interesting and sort of vital to talk about. And it doesn't always have to necessarily be theist callers, although we do prioritize our theist callers when they get online. Sometimes atheists will call in and they'll have a really sincere question and a very real problem that they want dealt with. And I thought briefly I might talk a little bit about one of those while we're waiting for the calls to line up, and we'll get the number on the screen here in a few minutes. We're waiting for Russell to valiantly fight his way here. One of the most common subjects that we hear from with our atheist viewers and from people who write us in at the email address has to do with the subject of how do I come out to my family? How do I deal with, I'm an atheist now, but my parents are very strict Christian fundamentalists, or they may not even necessarily be that strict Christian fundamentalists, but they're Christian enough that the idea that they're suddenly going to be confronted with their child coming to them and saying, or even their adult child coming to them and saying, I'm an atheist and I don't believe in all this God stuff. That can be a source of real tension and real strife in a family. There he is! Just ran right and look at him!
Hello everybody and welcome to another perfectly ordinary episode of the Atheist Experience where nothing unexpected has happened whatsoever.
Well done. Anyway, as I was saying before, I'm telling folks about the emails that we get from people asking about how to deal with from their families. How do you deal with your Christian family if you need to come out to them? And
oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's a show today and you're on it.
You are lucky that I'm actually not currently on a plane coming home from California, which I was
That would be awesome,
to do this weekend.
because you could do the show like from your smartphone camera and we'd patch in or something.
Yeah, except I have like a really cheap phone that has no smart capabilities whatsoever.
Well, that's fine. But what do we say? A problem that a lot of young atheists have, and we get this email quite a bit, and in fact we've had a couple in the last few days from viewers who write in and they say, my family's really Christian, and but I'm atheist and I'm having doubts. How do I come out to my family? How do I talk? How do I tell them about this? And this is, we can give a lot of different perspectives on this question, can't we? Because, for example, you've been a lifelong atheist.
Yes.
You've never really you're several generations of atheism in your family. Most of us came from a theistic background. So,
sorry.
Are you warcrafting on the...
No.
Now, let's see. Dude. You were warcrafting, which is why you're late.
I didn't know that there was a show today.
And you didn't... You were playing World of Warcraft.
I wasn't.
You didn't know you were supposed to be on the air. Intervention time.
Oh, great.
Great.
Actually, it's funny
World of frickin' Warcraft.
Bring up kids coming out to their parents.
Yeah, change the subject. No, we're getting back. We're getting back to the yes. But when the subject becomes to ridiculing Russell for playing WoW instead of being on the show, that becomes the most important subject ever. No, we're kidding. No, seriously.
I don't have to take this kind of abuse.
Okay.
Okay, just kidding.
It's all hijinks at the ACA.
Yes,
so what do we say? What do we do?
Live TV with all volunteers.
Tell you. No.
Yeah, but I mean, I've never had to deal with atheist parents, except that right now I'm in the middle of some dealing with atheist parents-in-law.
Okay.
And it's got something to do with why I'm not on a plane from California today, but, that is a boring
that's
story.
not a thing that you need to go into details about, but I've been thinking about this a lot, and I was going to do a blog post about it.
Mm-hmm. I was also, but I never really
all do several.
into it.
Yes, it'll be fun. We can all do one.
Okay.
But one of the first pieces of advice that I was thinking about doling out in my great wisdom was be patient.
Enlighten us, Martin.
Be patient and compassionate. That's the first thing.
Sure.
Because Okay, in as much as, depending upon how fundamentalist they are and how emotional and intolerant they might be about suddenly being confronted with a godless child, you have to realize they are the ones caught in this deep-seated delusion. Mm-hmm. And they have the thing that is difficult to overcome. You don't necessarily. I mean, you're thinking this thing through, you're thinking about your identity. They have essentially absorbed their religion into their lives, and it is very, very different for them to think in any sort of context that doesn't involve the religion at its root. And so they're going to be upset. They may very well be deeply emotional. It'll be a fraught situation. You need to just try to show patience with them, especially if they get really, really horrible. You know, the worse they get, the nicer and calmer you need to be about the situation, because ultimately, creeds, beliefs, ideologies aren't worth tearing a family up about. And one of the things that I think is very insidious about religion is that it has that capacity to break families up, to split up these bonds. And so I would say, first off, determine what, if you're worried about this as an issue to begin with, clearly what you want is to keep a relationship with your family going.
Right.
You want to have a good relationship with your parents, brother, sister, whoever you're having conflict with. So you get to realize right out of the gate, okay, whatever is going on here, it's not worth losing my relationship with this person, this family tie. Even though we deeply disagree about the belief system, we can have a meeting of minds. It's just going to be harder work for them.
But at the same time, depending on how old you are, there is a limit to the amount of stuff that you have to take. I mean, parents would like the opportunity to shape their